In a sense, linking is the most important part of SEO. In an earlier lesson, I explained that, contrary to popular perceptions, content is not king. In fact, if any component of SEO can be said to be king, it's linking. Why? Because without links, your site cannot succeed in the search engines, regardless of how good your content may be. As you'll learn, the search engines use links as a measure of the value of your site, in effect as a measure of the value of the content on your site. So, without links, it really doesn't matter how great your site is, you're not getting anywhere in the search engines.
But isn't content a way to get links to your site? Sure, building great content can be a really good way to get links to a site. But regardless, it's the links doing the work. Imagine two websites, one with great content but few links, the other with mediocre content but plenty of links. Which wins the ranking game? The latter, the one with the worst content. In fact, there are two problems with the build great content and they will come idea. Firstly, not every little company can build great content. It can be very expensive, in fact, to build such great content that all of a sudden people are going to start linking to you en masse. Often in the SEO business, consultants and SEO bloggers state that your site needs to become an authority for your subject area. Come on, really? Every pizza parlor needs to become an authority on pizza? Every violin store needs to become a world authority on the violin? This just isn't plausible for most businesses.
Secondly, it isn't even necessary in many cases. It's entirely possible for a small local violin store, for instance, to rank extremely well in the search engines using some of the link building techniques I'm going to explain, without becoming an authority site for violins.
But creating links is in many ways the most difficult part of SEO. Remember, we can break SEO into two pieces, on-page and off-page. On-page means the things you do to your own pages, the things we've looked at already in this course. Building content, adding keywords to titles and URLs, using structured data markup, ensuring keywords are scattered throughout your content, and so on. Off-page animation, on the other hand, means creating links on other people's websites, pointing back to your site. You're going to learn in the next few lessons why you need to do that. But let me just tell you for the moment that links on other websites pointing to your site are critical, and your site cannot succeed in SEO without.
But if the links are on other sites, not your own, how on earth do you do that? That's the crux of the problem, and why linking is so difficult and frustrating. On-page optimization is totally under your control. It's your site after all. You can decide to do whatever you want as far as keywording and coding go. With off-page, with linking, you're at the mercy of others. You need the assistance and cooperation of other people who have websites on which you want to place links. Linking is the most frustrating and difficult part of SEO. Much of on-page optimization is cheap or free. It's merely a matter of making the right decisions about how you're going to code your site, then coding the site correctly while you build. But when site owners come to the link building stage, they often freeze, like the proverbial deer in the headlights. And over the years in my consulting business, the most common problem new clients have is links, or lack thereof. It doesn't have to be that way though, as you'll learn when you view the following lessons.